Hello students, I am your maths teacher. In today's class, we are going to see about a representation of fraction on number line, that is exercise 5C. The first sum, represent each of the following fractions on the number line. So, we are going to represent the fraction on number line. So, what is the meaning of number line? Number line is nothing but normally in your graph, you will be marking the center position as 0. Right hand side you will be marking the positive values and left hand side you will be marking the negative values as in the graph. Same the graph method we are going to use in the number line. So the first question is 1 by 2. If you see the question 1 by 2, if I divide 1 by 2, I am going to get the value as 0.5. So what I am doing here is, first I am dividing the fraction, I will be getting my value in the decimal point. After getting, I will be getting some value. After getting that particular value, I will be marking that in the number line. So if you see a normal scale from 0 to 1, you will be having the lines in this way, that is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5 will be a little bit larger. 6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and instead of 0.10 you will be coming to the number 1. So 0.5 you will be marking in this position and you have to be very careful whether it is going to be positive or negative. Similarly, coming to the question number 2, 2 by 3, 0.6. Same way you are going to mark the number line, students. You are going to draw the number line and you are going to mark the exactly 0.6. You can write it as 0.6 or you can write this as which is equal to 2 by 3. Same way you are going to do the remaining sums. Suppose if you are going to take the number 5 by 4. 5 by 4 means after dividing you are going to get the value as 1.25. The approximate value I am just marking it as 1.2 or 1.25 can also be rounded as 1.3 means just 1 point you are going to move and you are going to mark it. So in this way only we are going to mark the number line. Suppose if your value is going to be a negative 1, minus 1 by 5 means after dividing you are going to write it as minus 0.2, that is 0. Right hand side you will be having the positive values and left hand side you will be having the negative values. From 0 to minus 1 just I have enlarged in such a way to show the point values, that is minus 0.1, minus 0.2, minus 0.3, minus 0.4 so on till it reach minus 1. So I am just marking the position minus 0.2. Question number 2. Represent each pair of the fractions on the same number line. Same way you are going to do the sum, but what is the thing I am going to do here is I will be having two values in this place, 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 4. So what I am going to do is, while I am dividing 1 by 4, I am going to get the value as 0.25. The approximate value I am going to mark it as 0.2 or you can mark it as 0.3. We are just marking an approximate value. Minus 1 by 4 is nothing but minus 0.25. Just mark the number line here, students. Instead of 1 point, you are going to mark 2 points, positive and negative value. And same way, you are going to do the next sum. 1 by 2 if you divide 0.5 and 1 by 3 if you divide, you will get the value as 0.3. Mark the value. So in the graph, just I have expanded from 0 to 1 to show the decimal value. So this is a way of doing exercise 5C. Coming to exercise 5D, multiplication and division of fractions. So in division, we are going to see the operations based on multiplication, and that is in fraction, we are going to see the operation based on multiplication and division. The first question, find the products. So how to find the products? They will be giving you the value as 2 by 5 into 5 by 18. So first question, 2 by 5 plus 5 by 18. So what I am going to do here, students, you are having two fractions here in this place. I am going to cancel. So what is the format of cancelling is, you are going to cancel one value at the top and another value at the bottom. You can cancel in any way, but the procedure is, if you are going to cancel one value in the top, means another value should be at the bottom. That is the procedure. Suppose if I am going to cancel top bottom, that can be even in the cross position. So 2 1s are 2, 2 9s are 18, 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are 5. After cancelling, you are going to multiply 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 9, 9. Similarly, the same way you are going to cancel. And another thing, cancellation can be done in any way. That is, if you can take any table, but top and bottom you are going to cancel the values, and it can be done in any way, but the final answer will be the same. So after cancelling these values in the third question, I am just written the values again. That is 48, 5, 23, 27. I have written the values. To avoid confusion, I am writing the values. After writing, again you cancel. You can cancel in one step itself, but for your understanding, I am taking the values separately. Cancel. If it is possible, you are going to cancel, or you are going to multiply the value. 16 into 5, 80, and 23 into 9, you are going to get the value as 207. So this is a way of doing the calculation. And if you see, this is a way of doing the cancellation method. It's done in this way. In one question itself, you can cancel the term, simplify, and directly write the answer as 24 by 49. Or if you are going to get confused, do it step by step and then do the calculation. So this is a way of doing the calculation. Question number 2, 6 into 7 by 8. So if you see here, the procedure of cancelling is top one value and bottom one value. So this is a method of cancelling, students. So what I am going to do is, when I am cancelling, I am going to cancel by 2 table. That is 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. You can do the just after cancelling, the remaining values I am writing in this place, 3 into 7 by 4. If you see, I cannot cancel the terms, so I am going to multiply. 3 7s are 21 by 4. Even if you stop your fraction in this way, no problem. But in your book, they have given you in the form of mixed fraction. So what you are going to do is, you are going to use the division method. 21 by 4, normal division. After dividing, you will be getting the remainder 1. So write this quotient in the middle part and remainder at the top, numerator, and the denominator part will be as it is. 5 1 by 4. You are going to convert this into mixed fraction. 21 by 4 is also the correct answer, or if you want, you can convert this into mixed fraction as it is given in your book. 5 1 by 4. That is 5 4s are 20, 20 plus 1, 21 by 4. That is the concept of the sum. Same way, you are going to do the remaining problem in part 2. And this is a way, if you want, you can convert this into mixed fraction, or you can just keep it as in the form of fraction itself. Coming to question number 3, they are given you 2 fractions. One is mixed and another is a fraction. So what you are going to do is, you are going to convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction. That is 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 by 3 into 5 by 12. Cancel the term. After cancelling, you will be getting the value as 10 by 9. You can keep this 10 by 9 as it is, or you can convert this into mixed fraction 1 1 by 9. Same way, convert these 2 mixed fraction into improper fractions. Cancel the value, students. After cancelling, you will be getting the value as 69 by 4, or you can write this in mixed fraction. Coming to question number 4, same way, but if you are going to have negative sign, be careful, you have to multiply the sign also. So same way, you are going to cancel the terms. After cancelling, you will be getting the value as 2 into minus 5 plus into minus, minus 2 5s are 10. So this is a way of doing the calculation. Simplification for your understanding, I have done it step by step, or you can just do it in one step itself. The final answer is going to be, for the second sum, it is going to be minus 8 by 5. Convert this into mixed if necessary, or you can keep it as minus 8 by 5. Same way, you are going to try the remaining problem in part 4. Coming to question number 6. Find the value. The first one is 8 divided by 12 by 25. This division, if you are going to get it in the form of division, convert this division into multiplication. The fraction near to the division 12 by 25, you are going to write it as in the form of reciprocal. While you are converting division into multiplication, you are going to convert the fraction into reciprocal. 12 by 25, you are going to write it as 25 by 12. When you are going to write it as 25 by 12? When division is converted to multiplication. This 8 will remain as it is. So this is an easy way of doing the calculation in division. Cancel the term, you will be getting this value, students. Same way you are going to try this sum. In this case, you are going to convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction. 13 by 4, keep it as it is. Division, convert this into multiplication. 1 by 8, you are going to write it as 8 by 1. After converting, you will be getting the answer. The same way, you are going to try the remaining sums, and all these sums are based on understanding, students. You can cancel in any way, but the final answer should be correct. And coming to the next question, question number 9. So if you see question number 9, you are having 3 fractions. Out of 3 fractions, you are having 2 mixed fraction. Convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. Cancel the terms. Again I am repeating, the cancelling can be done in any way, but in correct procedure. After cancelling the terms, you will be getting the value as 51 by 4. If necessary, convert this into mixed fraction, or you can keep your answer as 51 by 4 itself. So same way, you can have any number of fractions, convert it. Wherever you are going to have mixed fraction, you are going to convert it into improper fraction. After converting, you are going to get the required answer. Coming to the question number 10, find the number 3 by 8 of which is 30. They are asking you to find the number 3 by 8 into what if I multiply. I am going to get the answer as 30. That is the question they are asking you. So let the number be x. I am going to take the number as x. 3 by 8 into x equal to 30. X is equal to 3 by 8. From left to right, just shift the number. 30 into 8 by 3. Cancel the term, you will get the answer as 80. Similarly, 5 by 6 into x is equal to 120. That is the question. 5 by 6 of which is 120. That is the question they are asking. 5 by 6 into what if I multiply, I will get the answer as 120. That is the question they are asking you. X is equal to 120 into 5 by 6. From left to right, if you move, I am going to write it in the form of reciprocal. 6 by 8. Multiply the value, you will get the answer as 144. So in this class, we have completed the sums based on fraction, students. Understand the concept and then write neatly in your classwork note. Thank you.